Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Bhante.
Okay, today I am going to speak on an aspect of Dhamma regarding the Buddha's attitude towards making offerings to various individuals. One day, Vachyagota, a wanderer, when Buddha was in Jetavana monastery, wanderer Vachyagota approached the Buddha and asked him, Master Gautama, I have heard the ascetic Gautama says alms should be given only to me, not to others. Alms should be given to my disciples, not to the disciples of others. Only what is given to me is very fruitful, meritorious. Only what is given to my disciples is fruitful and meritorious. Not given to anybody else or their disciples is meritorious and fruitful. This is what I have heard. Am I when I want to know whether we are representing Bhavad Gautama correctly or misrepresenting Bhavad Gautama. Is what we have heard correct or not? Do these people explain in accordance with the Dhamma so that they would not incur any reasonable criticism or ground for censure? For we do not want to misrepresent Gautama. And then Buddha said, Vachyagota, those who says alms should be given only to me or only to my disciples is fruitful, beneficial, and bring merits, and offering makes to others is not meritorious. That is not correct. They misrepresent me, and therefore what they say is not correct. Then Buddha said, when one who prevents another from giving alms creates an obstruction and a stumbling block for three people. One who prevents giving things to somebody, create obstruction for three people. Who are they? The that person creates an obstruction to the donor's acquiring merits. The donor wants to give certain thing to somebody, and if somebody prevents it from giving to that person, obstruct the donor's merits, that means the donor will not get merit. Secondly, he prevents the recipients from getting gifts. And thirdly, he has maimed and injured himself. So this is a very important thing to remember. If you prevent someone from giving something to somebody, you commit 3 offenses and hurting 3 people. In the first place, you generate jealousy. You express your own jealousy. You express your anger, and you pollute your mind. Secondly, you prevent the other person getting the gift. And thirdly, you stop the donor getting merits. And therefore, Buddha doesn't do that. Buddha doesn't do that. Buddha, of course, does not need merits. He is gone beyond good and evil. He is gone beyond merits and demerits. But this is the general statement. Buddha doesn't need anything. And Buddha said that if somebody washes dishes and plates and after this dishwashing water, he throws away into a cesspool or refuse dump. He throws this water, thinking, may the living beings here in this cesspool or dump eat this food and live. There may not be much food in the plates or the dish after eating, but there will be very tiny little food. And if somebody with the intention of letting others eat this food and live, even that is meritorious, Buddha said. And how much more does one acquire merit when one gives to human beings, ordinary human beings. However, Buddha said, I say that what is given to one of virtuous behavior is more fruitful than what is given to an immoral person, human being. And the most worthy recipient is one who has abandoned 5 factors and possessed of 5 factors. The one who has destroyed, completely eliminated 5 defilements and possess of 5 factors is most worthy of receiving. What are the 5 factors that one has abandoned? Is desire. Desire of all kind of desire. Desire to see, hear, smell, taste, touch, and thought. Desire. Seeing, they do see. They see, they hear, they smell, they taste and they touch and they think. But desire is not involved in their seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touch, and thinking. These are just mere actions. And then they have destroyed their ill will, anger, and their minds are full of metta, unconditional metta. Towards metta, those who practice metta also at the same time they practice karuna, mudita, upekha. 4 Brahmaviharas they practice. They get rid of their ill will and practice 4. They get rid of 1 and practice 4 to replace 1. They get rid of ill will or anger, hatred, and replace it with metta, karuna, mudita, upekha. Although Buddha mentioned 5, number 1 greed, number 2 is hatred. When one destroys these 2, they acquire 6 things. When they get rid of their anger or hatred, their desire, they get rid of desire for seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touch, and thinking. 6 types of desire. And desire, in normal person, desire arises in 60 places in everyday life. 60 places. And these 60 places are eyes, visual objects, desire arises. I don't have to repeat the word desire arises, desire arises, desire arises. I simply mention the places where desire arises. That is the eye, visual object, eye consciousness, eye contact, and the feeling that arises depending on eye contact. Then perception, thought, desire, and deliberation and sustaining thought, desire. These are the 10 places that desire arises through the eye. Similarly, through the ear, 10 places, nose, 10 places, tongue, 10 places, body, 10 places, mind, 10 places. We have 6 senses. From each sense, we create an opportunity to arouse our desire 10 places. That means 10 times 6, 60 places desire can arise every day. Now, when someone destroys desire, he destroys all these 60 places of arising desire. Similarly, ill will. destroy ill will in 60 places in everyday life and replace that with metta, karuna, mudita, upekka, each with the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body and mind. They practice metta 60 places, karuna 60 times, mudita 60 times, upekka 60 times. See, so many times they practice this for Brahma Vihara. And then the third thing they destroy, the lethargic condition, sleepiness and drowsiness, what we call nivarana. When they destroy nivarana, what do they cultivate? They cultivate the practice of mindfulness. And at night, daytime, sitting, standing, walking, and so on, they practice mindfulness. When they get rid of sleepiness and drowsiness. And they destroy restlessness and worry. They stay awake and gain the mind concentration. When the mind gains concentration through the practice of jhanas, they destroy all the restlessness and worry. And they destroy doubt. Doubt is the doubt about the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, and 8 places. People normally have doubt. They destroy all this. When they destroy them, these are the 5 factors they destroy. What are the 5 factors? 5 hindrances. Then they cultivate 5 factors. What are they? Sila, Samadhi, Panya, Vimutti, Vimutti Jnana Dasana. That means virtuous behavior. Virtuous behavior means Sila, morality. And concentration, practice jhanas and so forth. The last fact of the Noble Eightfold Path, they practice that, concentration. And then panya, they practice mindfulness to gain insight, wisdom. And they gain liberation, vimutti. And after gaining liberation, they have vision and knowledge of liberation. Vision and knowledge of liberation. That means they see that they have already liberated. Liberated from what? They are liberated from what you call Khanda, Dhatu, Ayatana. Khanda means 5 aggregates. Their attachment to the 5 aggregates, they liberate from their mind. They have 5 aggregates, but they don't attach to 5 aggregates. And they liberated from Dhatu. There are 18 types of Dhatu. Chakku Dhatu, Rupa Dhatu, Chakku Vijnana Dhatu, eye elements, form elements, and eye consciousness elements. Dhatu means elements. You are all familiar with 4 primary elements like earth, air, water, fire. In addition to that, there are other elements called Chakku Dhatu, Rupa Dhatu, Chakku Vijnana Dhatu. Eye elements, form elements, and eye consciousness elements. Similarly, ear elements, sound elements, ear consciousness elements. Nose elements, smell elements, nose consciousness elements. Tongue elements, taste elements, tongue consciousness elements. Body elements, tangible elements, body consciousness elements, mind elements, mind objects element, and mind consciousness element. Mano dhatu, mano dhatu, Dhamma dhatu, and mano vijnana dhatu. They are liberated from these 18 elements. Then ayatana. Ayatana means eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind. These are ayatana. Ayatana means the place where all kind of activities going on. Eye, when we see things with eyes, all kind of activities is initiated, started. Similarly, ear, sound, when we hear sounds, all kind of mental states can arise. And similarly, nose, tongue, and so forth, and therefore these are called ayatanas. They are liberated from these khanda dhatu ayatanas, elements, what you call aggregates, elements, and ayatana bases. They are liberated. Who are these people? And then after liberation, they know that is called vimutti. And then they have vimutti jnana darsana. Then they have knowledge and vision of liberation. So the Buddha said, if somebody giving a gift to those individuals, even last week I mentioned, these individuals can be monks, nuns, men, or women. Anybody can attain this, gain this liberation. Anybody can have this vision of liberation. Anybody can get rid of all these defilements. And if gift given to them is more meritorious than giving gift to an animal, a worm, insect in the cesspool, gully, and so forth, because they are just living beings, but they have not developed their mind. And therefore, Buddha said, it is in such a way, I say, that what is given to one who has abandoned 5 factors and possess 5 factors is very fruitful. Very fruitful. So, that doesn't mean that the Buddha is the only one and his disciples are the only ones who deserve the gifts. Anybody deserves anybody's gift. But the merits one gain by the donor, giver, the merits that person, giver, gains, varies according to the recipient's qualities. Recipient's qualities. In this case, those who have liberated from these defilements. And therefore, it is very important to remember, it is not the color, shape, size of the recipient that counts, but the mental state. And Buddha has given very beautiful stanzas in Pali. I don't have time to read all of them. He said, the cows or the bulls that pulls carry weight, but We normally don't, Buddha said, people don't care whether the bull is black or white or red or ash color or whatever. It is not the color of the bull, but it is the strength that the bull can carry, weight. And if the bull that is tamed is born, the one that can bear a load, the load, possessing strength and advancing with good speed, they yoke the bundle just on him. They are not concerned about the color. Similarly, the categories is not the question, whether they are Buddha's disciples or somebody else's disciples. But the quality is in the mind that counts in there. And therefore, when the Vachyagutta said to the Buddha, what he has heard, that the gift should be given only to the Buddha or to his disciples, and not anybody else and their disciples. That is totally wrong. And you remember the very famous story, which I just want to mention the name and that particular incident, Upali Sutta. Upali Sutta in Majjhima Nikaya, when Upali had a discussion with the Buddha, he's a banker, rich person, the follower of the Nigantas, had a discussion with the Buddha, and at the end, the Upali, the banker, was so convinced with the Buddha's teaching, so he immediately attained the stream entry, and then the Buddha said, Upali, you are Niganta's follower, you have been supporting them, even though you became my disciple, following the Buddha Dhamma Sangha, and yet if Nigantas come to you for alms, food, you must continue to support them. Don't stop that. Upali said the same thing, Venerable Sir. Up to this point, I have heard that all the gifts should be given to you and your disciples, not to anybody else. But now I hear from your own mouth that you ask me not to stop giving gifts to Nigantas, whom I had been supporting previously. And therefore, Venerable Sir, I take refuge in you for the third time. That is the day he took refuge in the Buddha 3 times. First time, because of the Buddha's way of explaining Dhamma, he took his refuge. Second time, Buddha said to Upali, Upali, don't rush, be patient, careful, you go home and think whether you become my disciples or not. For this reason, Upali said, Venerable Sir, if I became a disciple of somebody else, he would have taken me into the street in a procession saying that such and such a banker became my disciple. You, instead of that, you asked me to go home and think. For this reason, for the second time, I take refuge in you. You refuge in you, Dhamma and Sangha. When Buddha said, don't stop your support to the Nigantas, Upali said, Venerable Sir, I have heard that you are telling people not to give any support to anybody, but all the gifts should be given to you and your disciples. Now I am hearing from you that you ask me to give gifts to others also. For this reason, I take refuge for the third time. He took refuge the third time. So the Buddha's purpose of telling the truth is not to have disciples, not to increase the number of disciples, but just to reveal the truth, universal truth. And that is what Buddha wanted to mention to Vacchagotta in this discourse also. You like to give gifts. If somebody prevents it, then you hurt three people. You hurt yourself cultivating your own jealousy, anger. You hurt the person who are going to receive something, and you hurt the person who is giving, the person who is, by giving gain merits. You prevent him from getting merits. So the giver, recipient, and you, all the three people are hurt. Their merits is diminished, and therefore Buddha's attitude is so universal, so compassionate, so powerful, supremely enlightened, purest attitude he had. This is the point I wanted to stress. And friends, we must keep this in mind, that Buddha was not such narrow-minded person. He was so wonderful human being, enlightened human being. So friends, I like to stop here and share our metta first and then do some meditation. Okay? Okay. May all beings be happy and secure. May all beings have happy minds. Whatever living beings there may be, without exception, weak or strong, long, large, medium, short, subtle or gross, visible or invisible, living near or far, born or coming to birth, may all beings have happy minds. Let no one deceive another, nor despise anyone anywhere. Neither from anger nor ill will should anyone wish harm to another. As a mother who risks her own life to protect her only child, even so towards all living beings, one should cultivate a boundless heart. One should cultivate for all the world a heart of boundless loving friendliness, above, below, and all around, unobstructed, without hatred or resentment, whether standing, walking, sitting, lying down, or whenever awake. One should develop this mindfulness This is called divinely dwelling here, not falling into erroneous views, but virtuous and endowed with vision, removing desire for sensual pleasures. One comes never again to birth in the womb. With this metta thought, let us meditate for the next at least 20 minutes. By means of these meritorious deeds, may I never join with the foolish. May I join always with the wise until the time I attain Nibbana. May the suffering be free from suffering. May the fear-struck be free from fear. May the grieving be free from grief. So too may all beings be. From the highest realm of existence to the lowest, may all beings arisen in these realms, with form and without form, with perception and without perception, be released from all suffering and attain to perfect peace. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Friends, this is the end of our today's session. And I want to share our metta with everybody. May all those who are in hospitals suffering from various diseases, taken care of by various doctors, sacrificing their life, may they recover very soon and return to normal life and continue their Dhamma practice and liberate themselves from samsaric suffering. May all the doctors, nurses, and hospital staff who also dedicate their life, sacrifice their comfort, risk their own life, and practice compassion. May they find time to practice meditation as well and liberate themselves from samsaric suffering. May all those who are in various trouble spots, in war zones, poverty-stricken areas, discriminations, and so forth, may they find some peace, time to practice meditation, and liberate themselves from samsaric suffering. May all those who have lost their loved ones in various parts of the world, may they find solace and comfort, understand the nature of life, and then find peace, practice Dhamma, and attain liberation from samsaric suffering. May everyone, without any exception, all over the world, be well, happy, and peaceful, and liberate from samsaric suffering. My friends, we continue this. Tomorrow you have a chance to ask questions at the same time like today, and we will see you again tomorrow. Have a very wonderful night, morning, and day, wherever you are.
Thank you, Bhante.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, 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 sadhu.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Bhante.
Bhante.
Sadhu, sadhu,
Thank you,
sadhu.
Bhante.
Thank you, Bhante. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
You answer.